Biden administration's attempt to end the so-called Remain in Mexico policy. Now, earlier this summer, the Supreme Court ruled that the Biden administration had the authority to end this Trump-era program. But then the justices sent the case back to the Texas court to decide whether the original memo complied with the administrative law there. The court decided to put things on pause while litigation around this memo continues. The action marks another setback in the Biden administration's efforts to end the Trump policy that sends certain migrants back to Mexico instead of detaining them here. This ruling is separate, though, from Title 42. That's the one that's expected to expire next week.
And some border communities are concerned about an anticipated increase in the flow of migrants since Title 42 is set to expire. ABC's Matt Rivers reports local authorities continue to stress their resources are being pushed to the limit.
Unprecedented scenes in El Paso, some 2,500 crossings per day, could be a preview of what's to come. The Trump-era policy allowing officials to turn away migrants based on COVID health orders could expire.
It'll go up to about 5,000. You look at 5,000, that's 150,000 coming through in a single month.
DHS is trying to meet the need with more temporary housing, money, and doubling transportation options to take migrants to less crowded border facilities, something they call, quote, decompression. El Paso officials say that's not enough.
If they're talking about more flights, more decompression, I think it needs to come with some policy changes. I don't think we can decompress along the border if the entire border is going to see this surge.
Border holding facilities are already at or beyond capacity, and that's forced the release of hundreds every day into El Paso. Local charities trying to help people, like Albert and his wife Paula from Ecuador, giving them clothes and blankets to cope with freezing temperatures.
Parece que todo el mundo está llegando a la frontera en este momento. It seems like everyone's arriving here right now. ¿Por qué? Why?
Yo creo que es por lo mismo, por el sueño americano y por trabajar y darle lo mejor a su familia.
Everyone has the same reason. They're coming here to work and find the American dream.
That was ABC's Matt Rivers reporting. The Biden administration is saying they will release more details into their plan to deal with this expected increase in migration early next week.
Twitter banning a number of accounts that belong to journalists. That list includes the New York Times' Ryan Mack, the Washington Post's Drew Mack, and CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan. All of them have aggressively covered Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, in recent weeks. Neither Musk nor Twitter have explained the permanent suspensions, though. Yesterday, Twitter also shut down an account belonging to emerging competitor Mastodon. When Musk bought Twitter, he touted it as a place of free speech and open expression. With accounts like these getting banned, some are questioning those remarks.
An American student reported to have disappeared in France more than 2 weeks ago has been found in Spain. A French official confirmed Kenny Deland Jr. spoke to his parents today, but no additional information was released. Deland is a senior at St. John Fisher University in Rochester, New York, studying abroad with the University of Grenoble Alpes. His parents had not heard from him since November 27th, and fellow students reported him missing 2 days later. Deland was scheduled to return to the U.S. on December 17th.
Turning now to the war in Ukraine, the Kremlin launching one of the largest attacks yet. A wave of missiles striking civilian areas, including a residential building and power stations. ABC's Justin Finch reports Russia's latest attack comes as Moscow is warning the U.S. against supplying Ukraine with high-capacity Patriot missile defense systems.
In southeastern Ukraine, the aftermath of the Kremlin's latest air assault. This residential building wrecked after a Russian rocket strike killed at least 2 Ukrainian civilians and injured more than a dozen others, including children.
We already have some blasts in Dnipro, Kharkiv, Kryvyi Rih, Kiev and Kiev region. Fortunately, we have already received information that some cities are already cut off of the electricity.
The nation's armed forces reporting anti-missile defense systems shot down 60 of some 76 Russian-fired missiles. Many of those rockets hit power stations, plunging swaths of southeastern Ukraine into darkness.
Making people suffer during the winter time. That's about genocide of our nation.
Ukraine's capital city, Kyiv, coming under heavy attack. Air raid sirens blaring as civilians race to safe cover in shelters and in metro stations. Moscow warning of, quote, unpredictable consequences should the U.S. provide Ukraine with long-range Patriot missiles. The Pentagon responding.
The U.S. is not at war with Russia, and we do not seek conflict. Our focus is on providing Ukraine with the security assistance that it needs to defend itself.
And the Pentagon announcing it's also expanding military combat training for Ukraine's forces, taking advantage of these winter months to help troops better maneuver and operate on the battleground. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And taking a look outside at beautiful San Antonio, we do have some clouds out there, but it's a crisp 67 degrees.
A lot more clouds than we had just a little while ago, Justin.
Yeah, they've kind of been off and on today. They're going to fill in for a time. You may see some blue skies for a little bit, but probably more clouds than sun as we head into the afternoon. And temperatures will eventually fall later today as the frontal boundary moves in. Want to get you a forecast real quick for our UTSA Roadrunners. They're, of course, in Orlando for the bowl game, Duluth Trading Cure Bowl. Facing off against Troy. The weather there is beautiful. Just a few clouds, 68 degrees at kickoff, and that's in just about an hour or so. Good luck to UTSA in that game. I think they're going to do great. Here's a look at temperatures across the state, and you'll notice exactly where our front is. So it's 39 right now in Waco, but 66 here. There is a pretty significant temperature difference, and that cold air is going to slowly work its way into our neck of the woods by later this afternoon and this evening. You've got 40s up across North Texas, and then mid-70s in places like Corpus Christi and Brownsville. So there certainly is a difference there. And there's a lot of cold air across the country. Not bitterly cold, but cold. 19 Casper, 29 in Denver, 23 in Omaha. This is nothing to compare to what may happen next week when we get some even colder air coming in and spilling down the plains. Here's a look at our forecast today. 65 degrees at 4 o'clock, 58 at 6 p.m. We'll fill in those clouds just a little bit more, and temperatures fall off to about 50 at 10 p.m. And we will start to see some gusty winds as that front makes its way through. Another look at the weekend forecast coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. A pet might end up in the doghouse after going on a joyride. Why the trip was cut short.
About 70% of the Earth covered up in water, but there's still a lot we don't know about the oceans and our waterways. How a satellite was just launched into space to help us learn more.
And it sounds like something out of an old Western. A pair of officers involved in a chase on horseback. But it's what officers found once they caught the suspects that led to the charges.
It was like something out of the Old West, a police horse galloping on patrol, stopping some holiday thieves in their tracks.
Police in California were patrolling on horseback, as you see it here on this video, at an outlet mall back on December 9th when they rode by a store and saw a group of suspects darting out of a store. So they went after them. Body cam footage caught the chase as it happened.
The officers were able to catch the two suspects. They charged them with shoplifting more than $10,000 worth of stuff. Police say some of that stolen loot was already loaded up in a nearby car.
And also caught on camera, a dog on a joyride.
You can see him behind the wheel. Oops. It went about as well as you might expect. The border collie crashed into another car. His owner parked the Jeep in a driveway in Wales, that's over by England. And when she says the dog jumped into the driver's seat, it accidentally knocked the gear shift. So then the Jeep started moving. Didn't make it too far, though, before poor Fido crashed.
The dog's owner was then able to hop back into the car and take over the wheel. The mishap was captured on camera, security camera belonging to Sean Waller, whose car was damaged by all of this. But he says he's not mad because accidents happen.
I bet you that dog was scared. All right, check this out. A new satellite launched today, and Justin's going to like this. It's going to survey all, or nearly all, of the Earth's water. It's going to measure the height of oceans and freshwater.
The mission is a joint effort between NASA and France's space agency. Scientists are hoping the data will show how oceans impact climate change, as well as global warming's impact on lakes and rivers.
They're also hoping the information will help communities better prepare for flooding and other water-related disasters. You like that, Justin, right?
I do.
That's kind of your jam.
Kind of is. It's fascinating what they can do now with satellites. There's a lot of good being done. Okay, we'll go outside right now. We've got mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures are in the 60s. And we're going to top out somewhere around where we are right now. I think 66, 67 before temperatures start to kind of go the other way with a frontal boundary. 42 was low this morning. That's right about on average. Really, today's a pretty average day when you look at the numbers. The record is 81, set back in 1980. The record low is 17, set back in 1989. How cold will it get next week? We have a look on the 7-day forecast coming up.
Hello, everyone. These are your top headlines for Cheddar News. Taco Bell is thinking about getting into the fries business full-time. While the company has offered their signature nacho fries on a rotating basis since 2018, they plan to permanently add it to their lunch menu to compete with the fast food king of French fries, McDonald's. Meanwhile, a new study shows that unlimited time off might actually lead to more time at work. A survey from Sorbet shows that in a post-pandemic world, workers left 55% of their PTO unused compared to 28% back in 2019. And even though they're earning more days, they're taking fewer off, with the average employee only taking 10 vacation days per year. And worried about COVID ahead of the holidays? Well, the Biden administration once again making free COVID tests available to all U.S. households. 4 rapid virus tests will be available per household through covidtest.gov as cases have shown an increase after the Thanksgiving holiday. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
We are keeping an eye on holiday weather. A lot of people are going to be traveling next week, and a lot of, what do we call this? Scuttlebutt? You know, gossip?
Sure.
Online teasers.
Everyone's trying to figure out what the weather's going to look like for Christmas as we get closer, but first we have to figure out what the rest of the day is going to look like. Justin.
Good point. Yes, and social media is abuzz with what's happening or what may happen over Christmas, and here's what I can tell you. It is going to be colder. That much we do know. There's a lot of uncertainty, especially being that far out. At this point, it looks like we're not going to see a lot of precipitation here, probably not any. But some places in the country certainly could, so you do want to keep tabs on the travel forecast if you plan on traveling next week. Let's take a look at where this front is. We showed you the temperature map earlier, and you can see the difference in temperatures, but the dew points are always helpful too when we're trying to point out where these fronts are. And we've got some moisture trying to surge into San Antonio. It's not going to be here very long. Dew points have made their way up into the 50s, which isn't muggy, but it does show you that moisture's trying to work back in. It'll get pushed back to the south as this drier air and this frontal boundary pushes through. And you can see the difference in dew points between places like Fredericksburg, where the dew point is 40, compared to 55 Pleasanton or 54 in Cotulla. Temperature differences there too. It's 52 right now in Fredericksburg, 48 out in Ozona, but 60s, mid-60s here in town. You'll find 70s as you go south of that. So this isn't just a sharp line, a sharp drop off when it comes to temperatures. It's more of a diffuse front, but it is working its way through. 66 in Bandera, 65 Los Maples, 62 New Braunfels, 65 right now at Stinson, 71 down there in Pleasanton, one of the warm spots. Bit more cloud cover now as compared to when we last looked at this. And again, it's 66 here in town. There's that south-southwesterly wind at about 7. The forecast when it comes to temperatures, let's fast forward to say 7 p.m. tonight. Mid-50s here in town, but 40s start to show up to our north. It'll be a chilly evening. Go ahead and grab the coat if you're going to be out late tonight. And temperatures will slip down to around 50 or so here in town by 10 o'clock. By tomorrow morning, that cool air funnels in across really all of our viewing area. It'll be 42 to start your Saturday here in San Antonio, some 30s, places like Fair Oaks Ranch, Kerrville. And yes, there could be a few sprinkles mixed in there too, but nothing that's going to be significant as far as precipitation is concerned. I think the bigger story is going to be the gusty winds. So by, say, 8 p.m. tonight, winds could be gusty as high as 30 miles per hour, and this time it'll be out of the north. That'll make it feel a little bit cooler, I think, as we go into tonight. There's the satellite picture. And clouds are trying to kind of build south into Bexar County at the moment. We do notice a few very light returns up here around Kerr County. This probably not reaching the ground. As we showed you, the air's a little drier up here, and this is high-level moisture, so it could be a sprinkle or two. We noticed a few showers out near Bryan College Station and over towards the Houston area. We just haven't seen much here. Other than a few sprinkles, I don't think that we'll see much. And you can see some of that high-level moisture working in over West Texas. Big area of low pressure up here across the northern states. Minnesota has just been pummeled by heavy snow, and there's more heavy snow falling there right now than heavy snow across the Northeast. Our forecast calls for off and on clouds, probably filling in a bit more overnight with just a few of those sprinkles around during the overnight period. And by tomorrow morning, we'll start off fairly cloudy, and then we'll start to get a clearing line coming through. I think the sun tries to show up by tomorrow afternoon, which will help with temperatures a little bit, but those clouds fill right back in as we get into Sunday. So the weekend forecast, 56 tomorrow, some afternoon clearing, 55 on Sunday. Clouds return. We will see a chilly Sunday morning. Meantime, on Monday, that's our next chance of rain. Pretty good odds at this if you're along I-35 and points east. I think the best chance here in San Antonio will be Monday morning, 40% chance of rain. That rain starts to shift east throughout the day on Monday, and by Tuesday, we'll start to see clearing again and the sun pops back out. And then the bigger story beyond that becomes the cooler weather that we think will arrive by Thursday of next week. So a lot to look at here in the 7-day forecast. But bottom line, mid-50s this weekend, chance of rain Monday, and then some cold air arriving Thursday of next week in the form of a cold front. And that cold air sticks around through Christmas.
All right. Christmas weather, I call it. A father and daughter with a unique business, hard at work. They're filling some orders of what sparked the renewed interest in their horror-themed ornaments this year.
A devoted daughter comes to her dad's rescue and saves his business, making horror ornaments for holiday trees.
CNN's Jeannie Mose explains how a post on social media helped the father-daughter duo turn around Christmas.
Who needs to decorate the tree with snowmen and Santas when you could be hanging bad elves and evil pickles? Ornaments associated with horror, hence the killer name.
It rolls off the tongue. It's horror-naments.
Ornaments. It's a daddy-daughter business out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. But this year, sales have been dead, which led 24-year-old Michaela Burns to post a TikTok video of her father pacing. It's the middle of December, and my dad is currently walking around our warehouse wondering why we aren't busy with orders. After the video went viral, they were.
I'm overwhelmed by the support of the people.
In 2 days, they had as many orders as they'd gotten the entire rest of the year, 11 and a half months. Michaela was recording another video when her dad approached the car.
He had tears in his eyes.
You saved this business. You just saved this business. You have no idea how tickled I am. Oh my God.
Would you say she's a pretty good daughter?
She's a fabulous daughter, and I'm a little emotional right now. Truly blessed.
I don't see myself leaving his side anytime soon.
A touching father-daughter blood relationship, sort of the opposite of the serial killer kind of blood conjured up by some of their most popular ornaments. And just like one of their zombies, sales have come back to life. Jeannie Mose, CNN.
You saved this business.
New York.
Well, coming up today on SA Live, our Christmas special, and we sort of get the day off because two of Santa's favorite, hardest working elves are going to be pretty much taken over.
Yes, they are. And we are going to meet baby reindeer for their first flight with Santa and tell you where you can meet these fluffy North Pole dwellers right here in town.
So many great facts about them. Also, we take you to a Christmas tree farm that's been keeping the Christmas spirit alive in the Hill Country for more than 30 years.
And everyone is thinking about Christmas savings this year, so we share great deals on dining, shopping, and family fun experiences for the whole holiday season.
And of course, the holidays are all about food, and a couple from our KSAT family share holiday recipes from some of your favorite on-air talent.
And Carino Cortez with La Familia Cortez shares 3 hot chocolate recipes to warm you up this winter.
And we can't forget about all the beautiful Christmas music. We hear classic Christmas carols from violinists.
All that and more today on the SA Live Christmas Special.
Right now on KSAT12, the year 2023, just a few days away, but it's already looking like it's going to be a fun one. In just the first few months of the new year, local venues are going to be stacking up with artists from rock to pop to country.
That includes Journey, Shania Twain, one of my favorites, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nelly, Pink, and so many more. We have a complete list on our website, KSAT.com.
It's a good list. I agree. Red Hot Chili Peppers. That'd be a good one. 67 degrees is what we're going for today, although I'll tell you right now we're already up to 68, so we're overachieving a little bit. But frontal boundary means we'll cool down tonight. It will be windy. There could be a few sprinkles, and then 56 tomorrow. We'll get some clarity by tomorrow afternoon. 55 Sunday. Better chance of rain showing up on Monday. 40% chance of rain. Partly cloudy Tuesday and Wednesday as winter officially begins, and we get some cold air Thursday of next week as we head towards Christmas.
Coming up on SA Live, a recipe for me.
And it's going to be delicious. You won't want to miss out. Thank you for joining us. SA Live starts right now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live. It's right before Christmas and everyone is getting ready for Santa's big night. All of the toys are made by the elves at the North Pole to be just right. All except for these two misfits.
Mike, Fiona, aren't you two done yet? What's the holdup? We have a whole list. We're behind.
I guess we're just really not happy in our work.
What?
I just don't like to make toys.
What? You don't like to make toys? Would you mind telling me what you want to do?
Ooh. Someday, I want to be a meteorologist.
Someday, I'd like to host a lifestyle show.
Oh, I'd like to do that too. Yeah, because you really don't even have to think to do that, do you?
No. If you were a meteorologist, I mean, the weather never changes here in the North Pole anyway. It can't be that hard to do.
That's true. That's true. I like it.
Well, guess what? You are elves. That means you make toys. Now get to work.
I gotta tell you, I quit. I think we should go down to San Antonio. I hear it's warm there.
Oh, yeah, and that far south, I bet we run into Buddy the Elf.
Yes!
Well, if you are an elf traveling back and forth to the North Pole this Christmas season, you're going to need some transportation. We've got exactly what you need.
Oh, yes. Robert Trejo from Zoomagination and our reindeer keeper is going to show us his latest model of reindeer. This is fresh off the assembly line. What are the new bells and whistles on this baby, right?
That's right.
So who do we
these guys are how old?
They're 7 months old.
So is that considered
That's
baby
young.
reindeer?
Well, not more. I mean, they don't
like toddler reindeer.
Right. They're
Okay,
like toddler reindeer.
Okay.
So yeah, they're still growing. Obviously, they're going to get a lot bigger.
Okay, you said about 120-ish right now?
About 120 pounds to like 110 pounds.
How much bigger?
They'll about another 150 pounds to go.
Oh,
so,
wow!
Yeah,
and size-wise?
In size,
how much taller
They'll
will they
be
get
about a foot taller and weigh about 150 pounds more.
Okay.
So
let's talk about their antlers.
Yes. So their antlers fall off every year.
Okay.
This is their first set of antlers. As you can see here, Hope. This is Hope and this is Faith. Hope lost her antler a little early, premature. We don't know. It happens sometimes. They bump into a tree or something like that, or they have reindeer games and sometimes they can knock each other off. But next season, they'll grow new ones. They lose them in February and they grow a new set of antlers every season.
And they will be bigger
and they'll be bigger
every season.
have a different design and a different shape.
And you said it only takes about, what, 70
days for a full set of antlers to grow, even the big ones.
And so where do you find them in the wild?
They are found in the northern hemisphere, the northern part of the world, Russia, Europe, Finland, and those areas. And of course, the ones you see in North America are known as the caribou. So they're in the caribou family, but they are just called reindeer. So they're actual reindeer and caribou, but they're very similar species.
Okay, boy, I tell you can't even put your fingers through the coat of these things. It is so thick. All right, as the song says, up on a housetop, Click, 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 click. And that's not just walking on there. There's
Correct. They have a tendon on the back of their legs that pops off the bone and it makes a clicking sound. All of them do it naturally. And so when they run as a herd, it also helps them keep track of each other during a blizzard. That's how they find each other. But it's also a very deafening sound, so if there's potential predators, they'll run in big circles making that sound, and it's very hard for the animals to hear, and so they'll run off. But that song, Up on the Rooftop, Click, 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 that's where the sound comes from the clicking of their legs.
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, to get ready to pull Santa's sleigh, though, I mean, are they born ready?
Oh no, they need training. Okay. You know, just like in the old Rudolph cartoon, they have to go through the training process. They have to learn how to pull the sleigh. They have to work together as a team. That's important. You have to have a team of 8 to make this happen. And so that's something they're doing as they get older. So.
And you bring these guys to schools, events, and folks can get up close and personal with them,
Yes, absolutely. We are actually at the JW Marriott every Sunday morning from 9 to 11 until the end of the season with these reindeer. But we travel all over South Texas just doing all kinds of different displays, bringing good Christmas cheer to everybody. And they can swim too. A lot of people don't know this, but they swim about 8 to 10 miles an hour. They're very fast.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's why their feet are flat also to help with snow, but they're also used as paddles.
So what do you swim over some of the boggy areas or something?
Well, when they migrate, they have the longest migration of any land mammal. So they migrate over miles of ocean as well.
Ocean?
Oh yeah, they'll cross like from one landmass to another to get through their migration. And they can run about 50 miles an hour.
Okay.
They're
that fast, too.
All right. Okay, tell folks, of course, how to get in touch with you.
Yes, at zoomagination.com. That's the best way to reach us. We have our email there. It's you can reach me at robert@zoomagination.com or just visit our website at zoomagination.com.
Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and it won't be long till you're pulling Santa's
Faith
sleigh.
and hope, yes. All right. For more information on Zoomagination, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan the QR code that you see there on your screen. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Robert.
Christmas, y'all.
While some of Santa's elves have decided to skip out on their toy workshop jobs, I've decided to stick to mine. Today, I'm a Christmas tree inspector. And I'm here with Jim Hinks, the owner of Pipe Creek Christmas Tree Farm and Pumpkin Patch. Hello, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure.
I'm so happy to be here. Let's talk about the different types of trees that you have here on your farm.
Okay, what you see right here, this is a Leyland cypress. It's a very interesting tree. It is a cross between an Alaskan cedar and a Monterey cypress, and it was found in Ireland, in Wales at a castle back in the early 1800s and brought to the United States in the 1940s. Wow. This tree, if you keep it in water, this tree will still be green on March the 15th.
Really?
If you let it go dry in 7 days, it's on the floor.
Wow, so make sure you have lots of water.
That is correct.
Nice
For
and
any
healthy.
Christmas tree to keep it alive during the Christmas season, water, water, water.
Right. Well, so this is something you've been doing for quite a while. Tell me about how you started this tree farm.
I started it in 1991 when I retired to give my wife some space and me some space, and it's worked well. And so we made our first sale in 1994. So we've been selling trees here now for 28 years.
They've already sold over 1,000 trees since Thanksgiving week. You can still find Leyland cypress, which are feathery and soft, Fraser firs, and Arizona cypress, which is this pretty blue color.
Okay, we just finished talking to Jim. Now we're talking to Doug, his son. Wow, thank you so much for having us out here. You've been part of so many families' traditions, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, no, it's most of the families who come out here, they've come out here as kids and now they bring their kids, and they always come out and they're happy to tell us how many years they've been coming out, and that means a lot to us because it's every year they come out and it's a tradition and they all come out and say thank you for being here, and so it's it's a good feeling, and we see how much we have to appreciate. And so everybody comes out here, people who come out here have a smile, they're happy, so that means a lot.
If you're planning for next year, we're told the week of Thanksgiving is a good time to start this new tradition. Be sure to say hi to Jim at 91. He's still working hard all year to make sure families keep making memories here.
Makes me feel great.
For more information on Pipe Creek Tree Farm, head over to SALive.com, click the As Seen on SA Live tab, or scan the QR code on your screen, and hurry up and get out here this weekend because these might be gone.
The SA Live Christmas special continues with a little extra cash this holiday season. We announce the final winner of the $500 giveaway, and we find out who won the grand prize of $10,000.
Still ahead on SA Live, we're going to make 3 fun hot chocolate recipes.
Next on SA Live, get ready because we are going to save you a bunch of money as we head into Christmas.